Am I the only one who thinks that January is the absolute worst time of the year to declutter? Like the worst? We treat January like it's some magical portal to a better version of ourselves, a new year, new start strategy. But meanwhile, we're stumbling out of December like we've just survived a small apocalypse. I mean, you're exhausted. Your house is exhausted. Your bank account is exhausted. Your fridge is probably holding a few secrets no one wants to talk about. And somehow this is when we think that we're going to get our entire life and home in order? No, absolutely not. Here's the truth that nobody wants to say out loud. If you wait until January to declutter, you've already lost. Not because you lack motivation, not at all, but because January is just a terrible month to make big decisions about your home. Because you're starting from depletion, not direction. It's the same reason 64% of people have already given up on their New Year's resolutions by the end of the month. It's also why the second Friday in January is actually called Quitters Day. So today we're going to do something smarter. I'm going to show you why your 2026 declutter needs to start right now in the middle of chaos, and how a few small strategic December shifts will make your entire year feel calmer, clearer, and at least 10% more sane. At least 10%. We all know that we're barreling full steam ahead right at the busiest, loudest, most clutter-heavy season of the year. And every December, the same things start to happen. It's like clockwork. Your surfaces start collecting stuff you need to deal with later, stuff that doesn't have a home, stuff that seems to multiply when you're not looking. Gremlins, anybody? Your fridge becomes a game of Tetris. Your front entry overflows with boots, bags, and just miscellaneous mystery items. And your mental load becomes really hefty. But here's something that I've learned from downsizing, from raising mini hoarders, and from living through many holiday seasons where I thought next year is going to be better. January isn't the beginning. December is. January is when you feel the pressure. But December is when you see the truth. Because right now, as you're juggling events and wrapping paper and holiday baking, your home is showing you exactly where the problems are. And that makes December the perfect time to make some small, targeted changes that are going to transform how you feel stepping into 2026. Let's get into the reasons why starting your declutter journey now is the best thing you can do for future you, and the simple, realistic steps you should take as early as this week. So let's be honest, January is unpredictable. Energy-wise, emotionally, motivation-wise, everyone's tired. Everyone is coming down from that holiday high. Everyone is a little softer, a little slower, a little overwhelmed. This is why January decluttering often turns into one of two things. It's either that dramatic, I'm getting rid of everything purge, or the I can't deal with this right now avoidance spiral. And neither of those are actually helpful. January decluttering usually comes from guilt, not clarity. You're trying to, make up for December, or for the year that didn't quite go as planned, or for the house that feels more chaotic than you want it to be. But guilt is a terrible problem solver. It is. And clarity, the kind of clarity that leads to real change, it doesn't happen when you're already emotionally exhausted. So starting now means starting from grounded energy, from honesty, from awareness, not from pressure. And that alone changes everything. Think of December like your home's annual performance review. Everything is being used all at once. Every system is being tested. Every weakness, it just becomes obvious. If the front hallway can't handle winter boots and holiday visitors, you'll see it now. If the kitchen cupboards explode every time you try to find the cinnamon, you'll discover that now. If your guest room is more of a storage suggestion, December will make that painfully clear. This is the month where your home is brutally honest with you, and that is priceless data. January is quiet, it's controlled, it's predictable. Everything is put away. Nothing is being tested. It hides all the real issues. December tells the truth. So instead of feeling embarrassed or overwhelmed when things start to feel chaotic, pay attention and look to see what spaces keep failing, what routines are falling apart, what items always get dumped on the same surface. Where do you start to lose things? Which system collapses under pressure? Your 2026 plan starts with the patterns December exposes. Let's talk about the magic of small December changes for a second here. I know December isn't the month to tackle a giant life-changing project. It's not. No one has that kind of time or energy or emotional bandwidth. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't do it to myself. But a tiny adjustment, that's your secret weapon. A few examples might be, I don't know, clear one surface that's been irritating you, just that one. Or edit your gift wrapping bin so you're not wrestling with it next year. Empty the fridge door, or recycle the boxes, or return the things that need returning. Let go of the holiday decor that you didn't even bother putting out this year. It doesn't need to be stored away again. These don't feel like all that much when you're in the moment, but they compound and they create space, literally and mentally, for January to feel less like a mountain and more like a giant slope. Sad analogy, I know, but when you do these things now, you don't start the year already behind. You start neutral, centered, calmer, and that alone is going to make 2026 feel different. And here's the part that nobody really talks about. Decluttering, it isn't about stuff. It's about identity. It's about that quiet evolution that's happening inside of you. Who you were this year is not who you'll be next year. And that's a good thing. But people try to become their new self on January 1st while dragging their old environment and all the old habits attached to it with them. If you want a calmer, more intentional 2026, the shift has to start now. Not with a massive overhaul, not with a color-coded plan. No, with one quiet question. Does this still support the life I want to live? If the answer is no, you can beautifully and gently just let it go. No drama, no guilt, just non-attachment. A small moment of choosing who you are becoming instead of who you were. That's how real change begins. Let's keep this realistic. You do not need to declutter the whole house. You don't. You don't need to tear everything apart. You don't need to turn your home into a construction zone. All you need is one tiny, doable action repeated consistently over a few weeks. I'm a huge believer in the one small thing done well. One drawer, one basket, one corner, one habit shift, like actually giving yourself permission to keep only 2 pairs of shoes at the front door. December isn't about transformation. It's about traction. The goal isn't to finish, the goal is to begin from a place that feels grounded instead of overwhelmed and tired. Your home doesn't need perfection, it just needs breathing room. So if you take absolutely nothing else from this video, take this. Don't wait for January. January you deserves better than that. Choose one tiny thing this week, one drawer, one surface, one expired baking supply that you can toss and make space for a calmer 2026. And if you're wondering, okay, but where should I actually start? I've got a video that walks you through the easiest, lowest effort things you can declutter before the new year. Things that give you the biggest payoff with the least overwhelm. If you haven't watched it yet, go there next. It'll make your 2026 reset feel effortless. I'll see you over there.